Hey Don, why'd you rob Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali like Barack Obama robbed us?
Because I love them. I love them, and I thought it was just so nice that they would give me an opportunity for me to make them rich so that I could rob them, because they were poor when they came to me and there was nothing to rob.
What's up, fam? Welcome to Big Faces Worldwide, where we talking nothing but this boxing, man. JOJO Diaz, IBF 130-pound champion. He says that Tevin Farmer is not getting an immediate rematch, man. He's on Twitter. He's going back and forth with Abner Mares as if they want to fight next. But there's a rematch clause. There's a rematch clause. And immediate rematch clause. So I don't know what JoJo's talking about, man. But he was on, what was he on? I believe it was Fight Hype. Fight Hype did an interview with Diaz, and, he said that really there's no need for an immediate rematch because he beat, basically, I'm paraphrasing, but he said he basically beat the brakes off of Farmer. He said he dominated him, and it makes him mad when he listened to the commentators ask, what's wrong with Farmer? Farmer's not himself. Farmer's something's going on with him. When really he says that it was him that's what's wrong with him. You know what I'm saying? He said he went in there and was aggressive and put the press on him, and he took him out his game plan. He said he beat him up, beat his body up, and that's something I can attest to, man. Every time they would clinch, JOJO Diaz would beat his kidneys up. You understand what I'm saying? I think, a lot of those blows was in the back. On the opposite side of the referee, you know what I'm saying? He was smart to not do it on the referee side, man. You got to admit, JOJO Diaz did win that fight convincingly. And Tevin Farmer's rebuttal is, he was winning on, he won five of the rounds on a judge's scorecard. You know what I mean? So how can he say he was so dominated? That's Tevin Farmer's words, man. He did a interview with AK Barak from Sirius XM, and they asked him, they talked about the things that I just talked about, told him about, JOJO Diaz and Abner Mares, talking about what they're going to do and all that there, man. And this is what Tevin Farmer said in response to AK Barak. Check it out.
And on Instagram, I seen JOJO Diaz and I seen Abner Mares. They're both putting up videos about them fighting each other. How does that sit with you? Because I was under the impression that you had a rematch clause against JOJO Diaz.
No, the impression you was under was absolutely correct. I'm not worried about them. They just talking. I don't know what they got going in the back of their head, but I don't interfere. I just let them handle what they got to handle. But when all this is set over with this pandemic, me and JoJo will be fighting again.
Yeah, fam. When you got an immediate rematch clause in the contract, I highly doubt that he can get out of it. You understand what I'm saying? He has to fight Tevin Farmer next. Tevin Farmer said he's definitely going to be fighting me next, and more than likely that's the outcome. The IBF is one of those sanctioned bodies who don't really move the rules around for certain fighters like the WBC per se. You know what I'm saying? The IBF is real strict. You know what I'm saying? When it's time to fight the mandatory, IBF gonna make sure the fighter fights the mandatory. If you got a rematch clause in your contract, the IBF is gonna make sure that that you've honored that. You know what I mean? And I'm sure that Eddie Hearn and DAZN, they got lawyers in place if JOJO Diaz decide to get a little squirrely. You understand me? But it's a fight that I think Tevin can get back. He just going to have to box more and stay on the jab. In my opinion, he was just too close to JOJO Diaz, trying to go toe-to-toe. He spent too much time on the inside for my liking. I think that was a horrible game plan, and he made no adjustments. You know what I mean? Tevin going to have to be that slick boxer that we came to enjoy watching, man. He's going to have to use his defense. He's going to have to use his jab. He's going to have to use that lateral movement, that in and out. You know what I'm saying? He's going to have to use his legs. He did not use his legs in the first fight. I'm looking forward to that fight. Everybody's talking about Mike Tyson, man. 53 years old, coming back. I got to admit, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to feed into it, so I didn't watch none of the videos. I didn't talk about it, man, because Mike's 53. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to see Mike back in the ring, But I have to admit, Mike looked damn good on them mitts, fam. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the torque in his hips when he's throwing those punches, throwing those hooks. I mean, the way, man, Mike Tyson is still a monster. And part of Mike's downfall, in my opinion, is that mentally he just wasn't into boxing. You know, he just wasn't into boxing. Unfortunately, he waited till he was 50 years old to decide to get his mind right. But I do think, you know, it all starts in the mind. If you believe it, then you know, that's the first start to a successful career, man. And I do believe Mike Tyson has got rid of all the distractions. I do think that, you know, he probably could go in there and beat some heavyweights, you know what I mean? But, you know, at 53 years old, I just don't want to see Mike take any type of damage, you know, especially from these heavy hitters. There's a lot of young, hungry heavyweights that can punch, you know what I'm saying? And could Mike take some of them? Yeah. But on the flip side of that, some could hit Mike and do some real bad damage to Mike, you know what I'm saying? Because when you're 53, you can't absorb a hard shot like you was when you was 23, when you was 33, you know, hell, even 43, you know. So I hope Mike just stays out of the ring, you know what I'm saying? Continue to do his podcast, continue to sell his marijuana, and, you know, continue to be the legend that everybody, you know, knows him as everybody treats him as. You know, we want to remember our hero, you know, as we remember him. We don't want to remember them all bloodied and bruised, you know what I'm saying? We got over him losing to basically a mailman and Danny Williams. I believe that was his last fight. Fight that he shouldn't have took. He wasn't mentally stable. He wasn't mentally ready. But a fight that he would have never lost had he had his mind right. You understand what I'm saying? So I hope Mike Tyson stays outside of the ring. But, you know, that money's tempting. I watched several interviews with Mike through the years, and he talked about never being a multimillionaire again. And if someone's sticking the carrot out there, carrot being $20 million, to fight a bare knuckle match, then, you know, it's going to be hard for anybody, much less Mike Tyson, to turn that away, man. You understand what I'm saying? But listen, man, I appreciate everybody coming through. If you're on social media, check me out on Twitter, on Instagram at BIGFACESWORLDWIDE, all one word. And like I've been telling y'all, man, me and my partner, we starting a broadcast media group. It's called Big Faces Entertainment Group. You can catch us on Twitter at Big Faces that's the Gmail. Big Faces ENT group at gmail.com, or on Twitter, on Instagram at Big Faces Entertainment Group, all one word. Check us out, man. We you know, we're gonna be doing something big after this Corona break. My homie got a book out. It's called Lil Duke Boy. It's on Amazon right now. It's doing very well. Go check it out. Go cop it before we drop this web series on it. It's gonna be hot, man. You know what I'm saying? We got big things for the future, man. But that's all I got, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. If you ain't subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button, man. Hit that like button. Hit all the buttons. You dig? Stay safe out there. Keep your mask on. Keep your gloves on. Keep 6 feet away from me at all times. In the meantime and in between time, stay safe and keep on supporting the sport that we love, called boxing. Peace. I'll holla back.
Big faces.